Welcome to another episode of Marketing Tips for Doctors. I'm your host, Dr. Barbara Hales, and today we have with us JJ. He is an international speaker and has been exciting people with his message for the last 15 years in over 30 countries. In 2009, he leveraged the social media platform YouTube to grow his brand to 57 million views online in the entertainment industry. Leaving his tricks behind, he leveraged his mastery in PR and personal branding to start an advertising agency called Ace of Spades. This helps people grow their personal brand so they can become number one in their space. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to be the number one with Barbara right now. It's me and you. Let's rock and roll. Let's help some doctors get to be seen, to be heard. Let's get them to be the number one. So in their area, Barbara, people go, hey, I'm choosing Dr. Smith. I'm choosing Dr. J. I don't care if I have to go 15 miles further. I like him and I'm ready to give him my money and time.
Excellent. One of the difficulties that doctors have, I believe, especially starting out or in the alternative care field, is that they need to increase their visibility and embrace their brand, but a lot of people don't know what their brand actually is. Tell me, why are personal brands winning today?
Because people are buying the human, not the product, right? There's a lot of doctors around. I live here in Miami in Brickell. In the space that I'm in, there's at least 15 within about 5 minutes walk, 15 different kinds of people in the health space. So if I have that pain or problem, there's a lot of people to choose from. So I want to choose obviously on safety and making sure they can do the job, but I want to actually connect with the person who's behind the company. Maybe the person that's working with me. So when doctors realize that a lot of people go to their doctor, they say, I have my doctor. They don't say the doctor. I've got my GP, me, personal.
So what can a doctor do to make that position of making them your doctor?
Well, yeah, I think it's a great question. I think doctors, the ones that care about people are going to win because, they care, they know their name, they know their kids. So personable when they have them, but how do you attract the people that don't know you? This is where you need to be able to start getting seen, Barbara. People make decisions. If they keep seeing you, if you're on billboards, if you're on Facebook ads, if you're on Instagram, they see you enough, they're more likely to give you the business. They're more likely to choose you. They're more likely to give you the chance to go, at least I need to choose a doctor. I want it to be this person, or I'm open to having that conversation.
A lot of people listening may say, yeah, that makes sense. So what is one thing that a company can do today to, get started in branding themselves in the appropriate way?
Well, I'll tell you what we know, because I run an agency and help with doctors. Stop throwing money on things that you think that is working, like TV ads or billboards. I know that you think it works, but there's a better way to be more targeted, right? So what I would do if I was a doctor today, the first thing I would do, and this is one thing that every doctor can implement, I would clean up when people Google you, what comes up? What is coming up? So spending some money on SEO helps, but that takes a while, Barbara. What comes up on your Instagram? What comes up on your Facebook, right? Also, how can you run an event to attract people to come and meet you? When was the last time someone says, get to know your doctor? Man, people, that's cool. I love to get to know my doctor. I can ask them the question and I don't have to pay. Wow. If you give them the little 3-second advice that they've been wanting to ask, they're going to probably be a patient. They're probably going to come back to you. Hey, Barbara was great. I got to ask her a question. I got to meet the whole team. Wow, she's actually going to be working on my nose job. She's going to be working on my heart. She's going to be working on if I'm sick. So I think, with doctors, it's good that doctors spend money on marketing. They should, but like dial it down. Like, is it actually working? Or are you spending $5,000 a month on a billboard and you don't actually know what's working? That's silly. You're throwing money at something. So I would say, like, get to a place when someone Googles you, are you coming up with trust and credibility? And, within your area, there are people, get them, run an event, little happy hour, little get to know your doctor on a Saturday afternoon, bring the kids.
That's a fun idea. Happy hour at your doctor's office.
It doesn't cost you a lot of money. It's cheaper than a billboard, and they meet you. The great thing about being a doctor is you're in the health space, one of the 4 biggest niches in the world. Most people need help. Even if you're a general GP or a physician, like, people need to know who their doctor is. So why don't you be the first choice?
Now, you mentioned that there is a secret to personal brands making 6, 7, or even 8 figures, 9 figures per year. What do you suggest, or what is the big secret there?
I feel that you have to build connection. You have to be able to be authentic, and you have to be an expert and show people that you're an expert. And you have to show up online. Like, the problem that a lot of doctors face, Barbara, is that they get very stuck in their ways. Men, women, they've done something for so long, and they just assume that if they put a location in Miami Brickell and spend a lot of money, I will get lead flow. No, it's not good enough anymore. People have this. They can Google you. They want to get to know you. So I tell doctors that I work with, why don't we start becoming the doctor, the expert every day? Hey, it's Dr. Barbara. Every day from 10 to 10:30, I'm going to shoot an Instagram live. You don't have to edit it. You press a button. You're already at the office. I'm going to answer any question you have. If you do that for 30 days, guarantee you'll get a client. Guarantee.
Now, this question is live, or this is a question that you're getting from somebody live?
Yeah.
Well, the Instagram is live, but you're talking about putting a patient on live?
No. So when you go on live, their name is going to come up, right? So you say, hi, Barbara. Thanks for being here. Hey, Barbara, question. Like, this is ask your doctor. What do you feel comfortable asking right now? What questions do you have? And she may say, it could be something silly. It doesn't matter. The whole point is you're supposed to be the expert. You're the go-to. And she feels comfortable and trustworthy that, you're the person for her. And the reason I like a live, Barbara, is one, it takes away from all of the objections that every doctor feels like he doesn't have. Time, team, no extra money to spend on anything. So I ask them to hold the camera, press a button, start talking, and give me 5 minutes a day. That's all I need from you.
Well, that's really good advice. Now, do you feel that Instagram works better than Facebook Live or Twitter or LinkedIn Live?
Yeah, I think just go to where all your people are at. If you have more people on Facebook, stay on Facebook. A lot of doctors that I work with are a little bit more active on Facebook. But at the end of the day, it's not as much the platform; it's the consistency of doing it.
So how often would you suggest that it be done?
5 days a week. Yeah. I have a challenge. I call it the Go Live Challenge. Every day for 30 days, go live at the same time. And every person that's ever done it, 3 things have happened. First thing, confidence. Their confidence shot up. They got out of their head. Second thing, clients. They got some interesting, like, new patients or new possible people. The third thing that happens, cash flow. Because they're the ones that are the expert. People need help. And when they think of the pain, when they think of that pain or problem and they need to find a solution, oh, Barbara, she's on it. She's online every day. I'm going to go to her.
Do you feel that having a logo or tagline is important these days?
No. Barbara, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite restaurant in your area? What cuisine is it?
It's a fish place.
Cool. What's the tagline of the company?
No, I have no idea if they even have one.
You don't care. Why? Okay. Why do you go back to that fish place? How often do you go back to that fish place?
I'm probably not the best one to ask because I have to do mostly my own cooking, but
But when you do go, right? Why do you go?
yeah, because I enjoy a good meal,
Yeah, and also why?
because I feel they're consistent and I expect a good meal.
And you have an experience there that it's pleasant enough for you to go give them their time and money, right?
Correct.
Same thing. Tagline, logo, those are all extra frills and whistles when the company's doing really well and you need to put money for tax purposes, then you can throw some cash in branding and color. But at the end of the day, like get people to know you. The more people know you, the more people have a chance to work with you.
Okay, can you give like 2 tips for our audience to leave with today?
Yeah. Okay. Well, first tip is this: all the doctors listening, like stop using excuses that you don't have time or resources or a team. I know because I've heard it. I have a lot of healthcare practitioners, people in your space that I work with. The first thing that comes up is blocks of mindset. So, like, okay, how can I make the time? You know what? How can I structure my day better? Because I know the 60 to 80 to 90 hours a week, you feel overworked, you feel burnt out. I get it. I do. But at the end of it, it's no excuse. So I think first thing is like, how can we fix this? And then the second thing is do the things that are the most simple. So like you can do an Instagram live. You could run an event once a month. That's 12 times a year. Do you think if you run an event once a month, spend maybe $500 to $1,000 on the event, let's say 1,000, that's 12,000 for the year. Do you think you'd probably get that back with clientele? Yes or no? So it's just like sometimes making that commitment to doing it, Barbara, that a lot of doctors don't want because it's work, you know? That's welcome to the future. You gotta be willing to do some things that people don't want to do. I don't want to do lives every day. I want to be at the beach right now, but I know that I'm here with you and I know what's possibility I can meet a doctor, help someone out, so.
Well, this was a very enjoyable episode. Thank you for being here today. This is another episode of Marketing Tips for Doctors with your host, Dr. Barbara Hales. Till next time.